I tried to do the
Wow.
the air horn after the second barrel. I didn't reach the sound I wanted.
I see, that was pretty terrible.
We're at episode 65. Maybe I'll just paste the air horn in, you know? I've got the air horn sound effect. I could just splice that in and get rid of all of this part. Yes. Back with another one. With some sad news.
Sad?
Yes. Michael K. Williams. Yeah. I think Michael Kenneth Williams, I believe. Michael K. Williams, he passed away. He's an actor in one of my favorite TV shows of all time.
Yes.
And he played Omar Little in The Wire, which is one of the greatest TV shows of all time. And he also played Chalky White in Boardwalk Empire. And he has a character in Lovecraft Country, but I haven't got around to that yet. But apparently he was really good in that as well. And Omar Little was probably the best character in television history. Like, the best. And like his story arc is just compelling, it's good, and especially for the time frame that it was shot in, it's like very very out there, I'll say, and very different to what you were seeing on TV at that time. So Omar Little, or Michael K. Williams as his real name, rest in peace. That's one of the first shows I'm gonna put you on to because you haven't watched it yet.
I'm okay, thank you.
No, you need to watch The Wire.
I'm okay, thank you.
But you don't have a choice.
No, I'm okay.
Nah,
I'm
but you don't have a choice.
But what our viewers do need to watch.
You haven't asked about what it's about. You need to watch it. It's good. Watch it.
Moving on swiftly.
She's gonna watch it.
And what our viewers do need to watch is Clickbait, which is a limited series that we stumbled across last week.
Yes, we did stumble across it.
And we really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really liked it. Did you? Yeah, you just said you did.
Yeah. So we were just trying to find something to watch. We actually started off watching it because we thought it was a movie.
Yeah.
And we pretty much finished it in 2 days. I mean, we could have finished it in one, but we had, food intervals,
It was no The Wire.
It was better.
It was not better than The Wire. Don't even, not today. TV shows, The Wire is up there. Clickbait was good. No, to most people.
To you.
To most people.
To you.
You haven't watched The Wire. I've watched both. Don't worry, we'll get you to watch The Wire.
Well, okay, thank you. Anyways, so Clickbait, it had twists and turns, and who you thought was the killer wasn't the killer, and I don't want to talk too much because I want to give you a chance to watch it, and then maybe we'll give a review next week.
Maybe. Yeah, Clickbait was good. It had its twists and turns. It's definitely a show that you have to pay attention to, and yeah, I don't want to. I'm not going to give away any spoilers.
It does grab your attention though. It's not one of those shows that you have to pay attention to, but it's boring. It like grabs your attention, no?
And who found it? See, if my taste in Clickbait was good, then you have to trust the taste.
Babes, you found that by accident.
I didn't find it by accident.
You were like, let's just watch this.
I clicked it.
By accident. You were like, let's just watch this. And you thought it was a movie.
It was already on my list because I thought it was a movie. I saw it when it came onto Netflix because it's relatively new, so it should be on your Netflix if you're UK watchers.
If you're America, I think.
Yeah, probably be on America one as well. So, but it's relatively new. I thought it was a movie, and in fact, don't click on the episodes. Don't look at any of the episodes. Don't look at how long it is.
Yeah, because it kind of tells you
like what's going to happen in each episode, which will kind of spoil things for you or won't make it as entertaining. So just click play and watch it. Don't look at what episode you're on or how close you are to the end. Just watch the whole thing.
And it's only, what was it, episodes?
Well, I wasn't even going to tell them that.
Oh, I done ruined it now.
It's only some amount of episodes, but yeah, it's a good show, I would say. Very, very interesting storyline. Yeah.
Definitely recommend. On a scale of 1 to 10,
it's about a solid 7.5 to 8.
I would give it a solid 8 or 9 actually.
Yeah.
I think it was better than Traveller. We recommended
much better than Traveller. I don't think I would recommend Traveller as much. Maybe just the first. How many seasons of Traveller is there?
It was too many.
Yeah, I think it got a bit repetitive, or like a little bit. It just dragged on a little bit towards the end. I wouldn't recommend it as highly as Traveller, as highly as Clickbait, but I would say watch Clickbait. This is a limited series, I think, so there won't be a season 2 unless, I guess, they make a different, complete storyline.
Yeah.
But essentially, good show. So if you're into good TV and you're paying for your Netflix subscription, or you're mooching off somebody else, as most people, watch it. And I actually had a question for you this week, because I went to find the Shade Bar and it was gone. It was deleted. And I was wondering, this is the second time that I've seen it happen, and I haven't been on Instagram that long. Why does it get deleted and the Shade Room is still there?
Well, the Shade Room and the Shade Bar are two different things. It's just got similar names. That's it. It's two different things.
But the type of posts are similar. So why are they breaking? Why does one get flagged up and the other?
No, because one is a Shade Bar is English.
Yeah, I know
gossip,
that.
And Shade Room is American gossip. But I think I do. You see the difference. Like the Shade Room will bleep out swear words and cover swear words and stuff like that, and so I'm guessing they won't post certain things. Whereas the Shade,
they post swear words on the Shade Bar. I feel like they don't.
I feel like the Shade Room is the only one that I get annoyed. Like for example, if they play, like they do a little clip of WAP, they're beeping out every other word, whereas when I scroll down and I see the same post but from a different place.
Maybe it's what you're saying. They don't want to lose their account, so they make sure they go to every.
I'm sure Instagram has just suspended them for a few days. They'll be
probably
back next week.
Probably. I wonder how much money they miss out for like a couple of days suspension.
They must miss out on quite a bit from like advertisements and stuff like that.
Yeah. And another question. Donda vs CLB, Certified Lover Boy. You listen to either album?
No.
So I didn't listen to Kanye's album, to be honest. It's very long. It's like 20-some...
You don't have to listen to it all at once.
No, because now I like to listen... Well, I don't have to listen to it all at once, but I have to listen to the whole thing if I'm going to like judge it fairly. And also, Kanye have been doing too much. I was like, you know what? I'm not rushing to get this out. My interest wasn't piqued. But I was more interested because he was going back and forth with Drake, and I was like, oh, now I want to see this. But I was like, maybe I'm encouraging some of his behavior by giving him too much attention. I don't know. I listened to Certified Lover Boy, and I had to say there were some good songs on there, but it was kind of mediocre to me. Like, I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. Like there were good songs on there, but I don't know. I just expected more of I expected to get more from it.
We can't understand what you mean when you shake
your
hands.
I'm doing it with my hands. I just expected more of a complete set of work. Not even a performance, just like more of a complete set of work. Like I wanted the music to take me somewhere. I wanted to learn a little bit more about Drake, but I didn't really feel like I got like too much from the album. It was just more of Drake, and it was a good Drake album by his standards, I think. No, because he puts out music that is very popular, so I think the album and songs on there, a lot of them will be popular, but I just like some of the songs, like some of the songs were just like, oh, this is just okay, but some of them were also good.
And then I've got a confession to make. So I've only just recently, I'm not going to say how recently, learned that people actually listen to the full album. Like, for me, people would release their album and then there's one or two songs that I would listen to. I've never listened to a full album. Until recently, I've only listened to one in my life. I'm not
gonna get on you for that, because I was like that as well. I never listened to an album, or even if I've listened to all the songs on the album, I never did it purposefully. Like I always did it like throughout time. Like eventually I would have covered the songs.
No, that would not even be the case for me. Like literally, I would only hear the popular songs.
Yeah, so I would hear the popular songs and then maybe I'll go on there and then click, oh, what's this? But even sometimes in most albums, I wouldn't hear the whole thing. It wasn't until I think my first actual album that I listened from start to end was Stormzy, Gang Signs and Prayer. And I decided, oh, okay, I'm just going to listen to it like how he intended with no shuffle play. And then when I did that, I realized like when they put the album together and the order that they put the songs, sometimes it like helps build a story. And then that made me go back and check like old albums that I heard were good, like Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City, or To Pimp a Butterfly, and it was like really good. And I was like, what have I been missing out on? All I know is like the popular songs.
Yeah.
Like you get to experience this whole side of his life that like you're like, oh, when you put the album this way and when they have the interludes and the things I'd be skipping usually, it's like it's part of the story. And that opened my eyes to like when people drop a new album, like Dave, both of his albums I've really liked now, especially I think his second album is really good. His first album was really good, but his second album I think is very good as well. And I think listening to it from start to finish really helped me like get a picture of what he was sort of painting. So I don't think it's for everybody, and Donda is particularly a long album because it's over 20 something songs, so I think it's nearer or over, I think near to 2 hours, so it's pretty long for an album, but maybe I'll get through that one day, who knows. Will you listen to any albums?
Probably not.
Well, fair enough, I won't get one for it.
The thing is, I feel like I don't even get enough time to listen to music like that.
I guess.
And sometimes when I do get the time, like for example, like if I'm walking somewhere, I would put on Paternity Court.
Okay. Oh, well, but so you hold the phone and walk.
Yeah,
oh, no.
I'll hold the
See,
phone.
that would be like the album listening time where you just like, if you've got like because the album sometimes like hour 15 minutes. So if your commute is that long, you could literally listen to the full thing.
That is when I would get the time to do my YouTube. That's why.
I guess.
So I just double it up. But maybe I'll change.
Yeah.
Maybe that will be my New Year's resolution.
To listen to one full album.
Yeah.
Pick your favorite.
I started listening to LMA.
Oh yeah, pick your favorite artist and just turn off the shuffle play and just see what she's saying.
Yeah, I started listening to it, but she talks too much in between.
She does have a whole little dialogue between them. She tells us a little story.
Yeah, but you said you wanted to paint a picture.
It is true, but I did notice she talks a lot more than some of the ones I've listened to. She'll be like, "You said you loved me. I should have listened to my friends." So I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Would you rather be fired or demoted?
Fired.
Fired? Same here. What's your reasoning?
My reason is, just imagine, okay, for example, you're a manager. I think if this will be the worst possible scenario for me.
That's what I'm imagining.
If you're a manager and you go from being somebody who's telling people to do what to do to being back to their level, they're gonna disrespect you. They got no respect for you whatsoever. Definitely. I feel, because you were telling them what to do, you were signing their paychecks, and now you're one of us. Nah, you got a mug on your forehead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'd rather be fired, because just set me. I'll just get a new job. I don't want to return to the same place. That's
embarrassing.
Yeah, it is embarrassing. I don't think I would want to return to work and then work in. I guess it wouldn't be as bad for me because I work from home, so you don't have to see their physical faces.
Yeah,
that would be better.
Technically, no.
But I still wouldn't want to have to return to a space where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm back to one of you guys.
Yeah, and especially if you've worked your way up.
Yeah,
that is just very embarrassing.
And especially if it's only you getting like demoted, if it's like a thing where this whole role is being brought down because of this. Because that actually happened at Tesco.
Okay.
They got rid of the assistant manager role.
Yes.
So some of them became managers, and then some of them got knocked down.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think I wouldn't want to be knocked down. Just
like, even if you was to go to Sainsbury's instead of Tesco's, that's what I would have to do.
Or put me in another store.
But
because I think it was hard to have that same relation when you've been knocked down.
That would be too hard for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nah.
So
just fire me at this point.
Fire me.
At least if they fire you, you get what is the pay?
Severance pay, or severance pay.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, because you're not. Are you on
redundancy pay?
Redundancy is when like your job no longer exists. So
yeah, but if they're getting rid of that role.
But in that situation, I guess. But I don't know if they'll give you that if they're firing you. Did you say if they're firing you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. I guess if they're making you redundant, but firing is different from redundant. To be fired usually suggests that you're not good at the role.
You've done something wrong.
Yeah, like you've done something wrong.
Yeah, but then I don't belong in the role anyways, I guess.
Yeah. I think firing is bad. Redundancy is like you couldn't have avoided it, but firing is bad.
That makes it more difficult though, because firing, that's going to be part of your reference. And especially if you
choose to use them.
No, but if you've been at that shop for some people have been at that shop for 15 years. Nice. That's their only reference. Now you've been fired. What do?
You don't use them.
Who do you use?
You don't use anyone. You say, look, I just have the experience. Don't ask me how I got it.
Okay.
Or you choose a company similar to yours that went out of business that you can't get a reference from. And then when they ask you questions about what you did, you already have the knowledge. So they're like, oh yeah, it seems experienced. So you passed the test.
So how is that going to work? What if
what?
What if that company's been out of business? The closest company that's been out of business has been out of business for like 5 months.
Yeah, that's fine. It's been out of business 5 months and I've been looking.
But now you've got 5 months. The bigger the gap,
I think if your company closed down and you had 5 month gap, personally, I don't know, maybe, yes, it's not the ideal situation, but I think they would understand that finding a job is hard. And if you suddenly got made redundant out of nowhere, they wouldn't expect you to just be able to find a job tomorrow.
I guess this is the situation now for so many people who have lost their job because...
And here we are, COVID. Fire us.
Yeah. Oh, wow, we sound so insensitive. We didn't mean it like that.
Maybe give me that demotion then.
No, actually, if you apply it to now times, I'm guessing so many people will just say,
swallow your pride.
Yeah, and just give me the demotion.
Yeah, swallow your pride.
It's better than not having a job.
You know, it's just because if you got mortgage to pay, you ain't going to be like, fire me. Nah, just give me the demotion. Yeah, I'll find a new job. In fact, just give me the demotion.
Look how we changed so quick.
Because at least I will still have a job and then I can find a new job whilst I'm doing that.
Yeah, I think especially during COVID time.
Yeah, all right. Changed our minds. I think that's been it and that's been us.
Thanks for listening to The Gift of the Gab. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, comment and subscribe and let us know. Would you rather be demoted or fired?
Yeah. Thank you for listening and goodbye.
Ciao.